Good morning. I'm Stacey Rasky, and I am excited to chat with you today about a common challenge so many of you have with regard to getting back to the basics. So I was having a conversation with one of my clients yesterday, and he was sharing how frustrated he was last week when I gave him the homework of just focusing on the simplest, most basic routines, right? And it's just, he was sharing how he just felt like it was so remedial, right? And how many times have you thought to yourself, like, oh my gosh, why is this person saying the same thing? I hear the same thing all the time about like gratitudes or routines or celebrating your successes, all of these different things that people are constantly pounding in. And you're like, okay, I've done that. On to the next thing, right? And the reason everybody's talking about these basics is because they work. But here's the caveat. And this is what he and I were talking about, was most of you are doing those tasks and those routines incorrectly, right? It is checking the box to get it done. It becomes a task, not an experience. And so there's no result. And this was a challenge I had for a really long time. I first got into personal development over a decade ago. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm writing my gratitudes. Check the box. I'm staring at my vision board. Check the box. I'm journaling. Check the box. But what I didn't understand is I was doing all of it wrong. And I'm sure you're like, wait, how can I be doing it wrong? I'm writing down my gratitude, right? The key with creating a shift in your subconscious to create a change in your state to help you match this next level of goals requires the experience of it. So I'm going to challenge you. Let's just talk about gratitudes for a second. It's finding gratitude in the challenges. Think about doing your gratitudes every day. And all you're looking at is, what are you grateful for from the last 24 hours? And I challenge you to do this without repeating the same gratitudes, because I see it all the time, right? The platitude gratitudes is, I'm grateful for my kids, and I'm grateful for my spouse, and I'm grateful for my house, right? Like it's just going through the motions. There's no growth there. It's not an experience of feeling it. So if you look at the gratitudes in the last 24 hours or finding the things you're grateful for, what's happening is you're shifting. You are consciously turning off your survival brain. Your survival brain is activated by stress, and it is designed to keep you safe, which means constantly functioning from scarcity and fear. You cannot turn on an abundance mindset, which is your thrive mind, without turning off the stress response first. You've got to turn off the survival brain. Stepping into the gratitudes and approaching it from the context of looking at the last 24 hours. And if you're struggling to find something positive, again, it shows you that is a sign your stress response is activated, your survival brain is on. So look for the problems. Make it easy on yourself. Say, okay, I can see this problem, this challenge, this hardship I'm experiencing, or what I'm deciding to assign meaning as wrong or bad. Then you make that the gratitude. I'm grateful for this challenge because, describe the challenge, whatever it is, because that's the magic is after because. Now you're finding gratitude in the hardship or the challenge because you are learning these new lessons. It's challenging you to grow. It's helping you think outside the box. You're learning how to be a better leader, a better partner, a better whoever it is that you're learning to become. So you're seeing the gratitude, you're experiencing the gratitude in the challenge. You're literally at a subconscious level, you're hacking that survival brain and finding what's positive in the negative. So you're building these skills to slowly implant change in the subconscious. And so when my client and I were having that conversation, he's like, yeah, I was really frustrated about it. It felt remedial. But with this new guidance and instruction, he went into doing the exercises. And I was like, okay, so how was the experience? He's like, totally different. He showed up to the call in a completely different energy from doing these routines in this experiential way. It's experiencing the gratitudes. Same thing with wins and successes. If you're in a space where, again, survival brain saying nothing's good, so how can I see the external wins and the internal successes of who I had to become for that external win to happen? It's the same thing. Looking at finding those good things through this filter, this lens of negative, right? That's this core belief system, this worldview that is determined by that stress response. You cannot shift your mindset until you turn off that stress response. So this week, I challenge you, if you're doing the routines with the gratitudes, whether you do it in the morning or at night, is write down every day at least 3 gratitudes, full sentence, I'm grateful for. And I challenge you to look for the things that are the challenges, the frustrations in the last 24 hours. And then write that down. And then why are you grateful for that challenge? And so I'm excited to hear from you how this creates a shift. If you've done this before, let me know what this experience has been like. But it's helping you slow down, turn off that survival brain, find the good stuff. So you're literally hacking your subconscious and your stress response. It's a game changer. So share in the comments if you've done this before or if this is insightful. And what I am thinking about, if there is enough interest here, is creating a short, simple, quick training on how to optimize all of these basics for this next level of mastery. And so every time you're stepping into this new level of goals, new level of success, new level of impact, you've got to go back to those basics and reset the foundation. And no matter how frustrating it feels, because you're like, oh my God, I've done that. This is your opportunity to step into a new level of mastery so you align with the next level of goals. All right. Make sure you share your biggest takeaway from today. And if you're wanting and interested in that training, I will do that. So enjoy your day. And remember, you are enough.